I don't even know why I was talking about that. And man tries to burn the EU flag. The flag doesn't burn because of EU regulations on flammable materials. Damn, average anti-EU be like, that's really kind of sad, isn't it? Glad we're seeing more accountability for this kind of shit. Teen girls charged for trying to frame teacher. Male teacher accused of messaging 15-year-old and 16-year-old girls. Investigation proved the teacher had not sent any messages. Girls charged and placed on ankle monitors. Oh my god. Even though he's been cleared, he's probably still going to have to move, and anyone who looks into him will have the negative stigma and doubts for the rest of their life, even though he did absolutely nothing wrong other than to exist. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not surprised by this. Like, bad stuff like this happens all the time. It really does. And it's insane what happens. They take good Instagram photos of the monitor. Yeah, exactly, right? It's so fucked. It is. And I think really anybody who's trying to falsify like things like that, like I think you should put somebody in jail for this. I do. Like, and you know, people could say like, well, you just want to put everybody in jail. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think that if you're 15 or 16 years old, you know, like in order for you to understand to fake messages like this, you not only have to understand the severity of what's happening, but you also have to understand the severity of the legal system as well, right? Like you're trying your best. Like you're not an idiot if you're trying to fake messages, right? Like this isn't like a child doing this, because you have to have like multiple levels of understanding and insight to even perceive this as being an option. So these people should just go to jail. That's what I think. Go put them in jail for like 5 years. And you try to go and ruin somebody's life like that, like Pokey said, it should be double. Believe the victim. Well, I believe the guy. I definitely do, and that's why I think they should put these two girls in jail. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. That's it. Yeah, understanding blackmail. Yeah, exactly, right. And it's a crime against other women. It is. It's a huge crime against other women, because there are teachers that do weird stuff to students, right? It's actually quite common. And the problem is that you have these retards here that try to weaponize it because, I don't know, he give you a bad grade on your math test, and they do that. Well, now you've just muddied the waters between everybody else who's trying to actually get a degree of justice for what's happened to them, right? You feel the same negativity and dark cloud when watching these news? No, I only feel it with World of Warcraft. No, because like something like this, it's not really happening to me. It's farther out there. But whenever somebody lies to me about why they were in a red zone, that's like an insult to me personally. To these girls are just stupid, right? I mean, like, that's it. But like, if you're lying to me directly about whether you stood in the fire or not, that's gonna make me fucking mad. Imagine how many of these false accusations you avoided by being a loner in your attic. I think that in general, like, I never worry about false accusations. I know that, like, a lot of guys really get worried about that. I never really do. The fact is that I'm respectful, I'm kind, I'm nice, I don't touch people without their consent. And so it never even crossed my mind that something like this could happen. It never really would. And if somebody ever accused me of something, I'd just be like, well, I didn't do it. And just go the next day and keep going, right? I mean, like, who gives a shit? And so, like, I'm in a position myself where it doesn't really matter that much, right? Especially when it's not something that I did. So I wouldn't really care. And very cordial indeed. Yeah, I just try to be a nice guy. And so I never really worry about it. And all right, so we got 5 minutes until this show begins. I'll see if this is any good. I have no idea if it is or not. Hopefully some of these games are actually going to be good for once. Can you imagine that? I feel like Trump's doing the same thing with not releasing the Epstein files, calling it a hoax. It hurts everybody else, and it's disgusting. I think you're right. I think it's completely inexcusable the way he handled it. And it's a joke. It's a complete fucking joke. It's a disgrace, honestly. It's very, very bad. Oh. I got falsely accused of taking pictures of girls. The police searched my phone and didn't even tell me why. This shit can be really traumatic. Well, you should have never given them your phone. Like, in a general sense, like, you should never give a officer the ability to search something that they don't have a warrant for, whether that's your phone, your house, your car, or anything else. You should never let them do it. The reason why is just very simply, you are now inviting extra problems. You're now inviting extra problems. They need to have a warrant, and that's it. You don't get the police anything? Yeah, exactly. If you search, everyone assumes you're guilty. Yeah, of course you do. But, like, is it better for you to, I think that, like, to the extent that everybody assumes you're guilty, I mean, do you really want to have somebody's opinion? Do you really want to care about somebody's opinion who's going to think that about you? Absolutely not. So yeah, Chao doesn't know the order. Releasing them was already approved by 3 branches. He's anti-Trump. Well, I don't know. Either way, you know, I want to see the Epstein files come out. I think everybody does. So yeah, no warrant, no search. Yeah, I know. But the warrant or probable cause, depending on scenario. Yeah, I know. There's a few instances where you do actually have to let them search it. Like, for example, if you know, there's like a dead body in your car, they don't need a warrant for that. They can just do it immediately, right? As far as I know. But, you know, there's, you know, like that's a very, very unique situation. It's not like I would expect that to always happen. Falsely accused my brother for similar things. He was a surgeon and lost everything and got acquitted, but now they live in Panama, the country. Jesus Christ. Well, that's the problem, right? Is that that's the toxic believe victims. You should look at each situation and evaluate it based off of the facts and the evidence presented, rather than immediately coming to a conclusion based off of your own biases. That's what I would say. Probable cause means no warrant. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. And, yeah, redacted, it's pipe dream. Well, I wouldn't want to see that. Crucial left the consumer RAM and SSD market. Yeah, I did see that, exactly. People care so much about Epstein, but not the victims being trafficked across the border. Well, it's because, well, the reason why people care a lot about Epstein is because they can weaponize it against Trump. Like, once you understand that most of, like, almost all virtue signaling is exactly just that. Like, most people don't actually care, like, about people getting raped or killed or anything like that. And the reason why I say that, this might sound like a very black pill or like a very crazy thing to say, but I believe that's actually true. I don't think that most people even really give a shit. I think that the reason why they care is they think that it's advantageous to them to push the narrative that they do. And the evidence that I have for that is the fact that they really only talk about it with one side of context. And you know, you're not talking about like all the other bad things that are happening in the world. You're not talking about it whenever people that, you know, are aligned with you or your social goals are doing it. You're just talking about it all the time whenever it's somebody that you don't like is doing it. Well, that's obviously at that point, whenever you only go after, and this is a both sides thing. It is. It's not like Republicans don't have a monopoly over this and neither do Democrats, right? So like it's the same as anything else, right? It's like people just acting like assholes in general, right? And doing that all the time. Like Gaza and Sudan? Yeah, sure. I think that's a good example. Definitely. It's hard to care when nothing ever happens, those kind of people. Yeah, I think that's fair. But, like, also, if you do, then I feel like it's not really a surprise whenever people don't take you as seriously. When they said they want to protect victims, are they talking to people, the victims of blackmail? I have no idea. I mean, you know, you could never have any idea. So, former Prime Minister of Norway's on the list, saw the emails today. Well, I mean, if he's on the list, he's got some explaining to do, doesn't he? Right? I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that he was doing anything wrong, but it seems like it's possible.